Okay guys, hopefully you can hear me and let's try again. I think I was throwing a little bit too much at the sim. I had Beyond ATC on and then a bunch of let's just try again. So we're here at IAH Houston, just loaded in the 737. We have the GPU connected. Like I said, it's basically just a copy paste from 2020 folders, community folder, into the 2024. Now this thing is not gonna work as it should, obviously, because it's not officially supported, but we're just trying to get a flight in here. So let's just admire the model from the outside. It looks amazing. You can see the lights blinking. I think there's some issues going on with the light. Who cares? We're just trying to get a flight in, but yeah, looks really good. Very shiny. Let's not waste any time and let's get right into the cockpit and start prepping. I've already filed a flight plan. We'll not mess with any of this Navigraph stuff, just to keep it simple. But yeah, let's connect the ground power. Well, let's transfer the power to ground here. So that is done. And so I vaguely verified that the SimBrief import and stuff works correctly. So I'm hoping that goes well. Yeah, it did. We have the departure weather. This thing is flickering a little bit, but this stream is in no way going to be perfect. I'm just trying to get a flight in so that I can show you guys what the compatibility looks like right now, and you can choose if you want to do this adventurous activities in the sim or not. Not going to change the time or anything, because what if I change the time and then it's CTDs? So yeah, let's see. 11011 few. What's the QNH? That's all we care about. 3000. Okay, so QNH gonna be set to 3000. Displays look a little bit weird to me. I don't know if it's the brightness that's too high, or like maybe, let me see if I can reduce the brightness a bit. Yeah, there you go. That's better. That's much better. Okay, that's much better. It was quite blown out. Okay, so how do we fly the Boeing again? FMC, pause in it, and then you put in the, yeah, sorry about the last stream. I just got a little bit frustrated and shut the stream down. I should have just continued in that stream, because now whoever joined in that stream will not join this one. But anyway, so yeah, I forgot to do the nav alignment thing. So let me do that real quick. And while we're here, we'll just do everything that has to do with the overhead panel. Logo lights can come on, anti-collision and wing can also come on. So what's our flight level looking like today? 320. So let's put that in here, 320. And then fasten seat belt sign can go to auto, hydraulics can go to on, electrical hydraulic pumps, and I think that should be it. I'm gonna put the fuel in first and then start the APU right before we look to push back. I was really hoping I could use Beyond ATC on this one, but can't wish for too much here. Anyway, so okay, so I did I just have to put it on align, or did I have to put it on nav? I don't know, because it didn't ask me for the position. Aren't there like blank boxes that show up? Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I've flown a Boeing, so don't mind me fumbling. Select route. It looks like people are commenting on that other video which I just cancelled. I hope they find the stream. Am I even live actually? Let me quickly check on my phone. Yeah, I am. Okay. Is audio and everything all good? Let me turn off Beyond ATC on my OBS. Because there is no Beyond ATC right now. I basically turned off all the add-ons that I was running. I even turned off lossless scaling. So I'm hoping that there won't be any issues with this flight. But let's see. Activate, execute, so all of that is good there. And then I'm gonna actually open up my SimBrief flight plan on my phone so that I don't have to keep switching my OBS screen for the SimBrief screen. Import flight, import from SimBrief. So we're just looking to do a short flight here, nothing crazy. Okay, so let's set up our departures and arrival. Okay, so departure is going to be 15 left and BLTWY 7, and then CRIDE is our next transition. Hopefully we don't cry after the sim crashes. And then DFW, we are landing on 18 right. By the way, no promises for a good landing. It's all going to be very organic and terrible. Execute, route, perf-init. It seems like in terms of functionality, everything is working just fine. Now, I don't know why this thing is not loading. Like, shouldn't there be like white and brown stuff here? 320. We are going 320, right? Yeah, 320, 320. So that's something we'll have to figure out, because I don't know what's going on with this thing. Like, did our IRS not align at all? Or am I doing this wrong? Do I have to put this on align or do I have to put this on nav? I thought it used to be nav. Maybe it was align on Boeing. Maybe on the Airbus it was nav, wasn't it? Let me just turn it off and see. It's been so long that I can't even figure out if this is a real problem or am I just doing something wrong. March 20 to April 1725. So the cycle is correct. Everything is good. So what the heck is going on? Maybe I just need to put it on align. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had to just put it on align, not on nav. Airbus has really messed me up. Okay, let's see. Come on, show up those blank boxes. Nav status, index. Okay, well, does anyone in chat know what's going on? me see if Google can help us here. Do you put IRS knobs on align or nav for Boeings? Okay, it's supposed to go to nav, it seems. Bluebird says just got on. Nice. Zero says, wow, you managed to load into the airport. Yes, we managed to load into the airport, but I am not able to align the IRS. We're gonna try one more time here. Passengers are probably going to reach DFW by tomorrow morning. Let me completely let this lights turn off and then let's see how it goes. Bluebird says I've used nav. Yeah, that's what Google says, that you put it on nav and then there's these blank boxes that show up here, right? And then you put in your position there and that loads everything up. But unfortunately that's not working. I don't know. Let's see. Align nav. And this should go to align. Yep, okay. Align nav. And that should go to align. Okay. But then nothing shows up here. Huh. This is going to be a terrible stream, I can already tell. But look at all that lighting, reflections and whatnot. Looks amazing. Looks stunning. Well, if anything, I can at least show you the exterior model and how things look in 2024. So what do we do? Bluebird says set to nav. If it doesn't work, power down and start anew. Yeah, that's a good option. Let's just do that. You know what? Let's just do that. I think that's a good idea. Let's just completely power down and then see if it works. So I'm gonna disconnect GPU. Okay. And then I'm gonna also disconnect my battery. So everything is fully powered down right now. Oh, it started draining. That's beautiful. Okay, I think it has been off for enough time. Let's power the batteries on. GPU is already connected, hopefully. So there you go, GPU connection there. And then if I go to pause in it, dang it, already. Is there a way to reset FMC? Is there a way to, let me see, PMDG setup. Maybe I should do this. Panel state load, cold and dark, execute. That should completely reset everything. Like, I wanted to not even look at my initial inputs that I gave in. But yeah, this is what this stream is going to be about, I think. I don't know if we'll get to flying. What are these lights? Anyway. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, batteries on. And then I think I need to manually connect ground power. So I'll go there. Request for ground power. And then release the stairs. Make jetway as our passenger entry method. And that should clean up everything outside. I don't need these stairs here. Now if I go to FMC, pause in it. God, it's still... Why does it still detect my last position? Why does it still detect my last position? Like I reset the whole thing, right? Do you want me to like completely reload? Bluebeard says then go to FMS and update position. Yeah, but there's no update position. Like I don't know what to do. Anyway, let's see, ground and then nav. Now hopefully those blank boxes show up and I can put in my position there. Nope, nothing. What if I have one thing that I want to check? PMDG setup, aircraft equipment. What if our IRS alignment time is set to realistic? Where is it? Not this one. And this freaking menu is like cancer. IRS alignment time and PMDG 737. Tell me, where is it? Yeah, I'm trying. So Bluebeard says real is long time. Exactly. Yeah, that's the option I'm trying to find. That where exactly is that option? Let's see. Menu, setup, aircraft displays, I guess. I don't know. Definitely not here. Not even in equipment, I think. There's 17 pages in why can't they just transfer this to the EFB? Eyebrow window. Yeah, don't see it anywhere. Nav radio panels. Yeah, came around here. Let's see, maybe it's in options, simulation, IRS options, and it's set to fast, 30 seconds. I can set it to instant and see if it works. Use last memory position. I don't know. No. Let's see if that works. Index position. Okay, so we changed it to instant and it still won't do it. Yep, definitely not a good idea to stream today, but let's see, is there an option to somehow force align this thing? Like what if I take this position and put it here? Doesn't work. Oh man, nav status. What is it? Yeah, that's a bug. So basically that's not working. Edwin Brown says you have to align first. Yeah, it is. It is on nav. It should work. I'm gonna turn it off and try again, but it should work. Select nav after your line. I think so. Mr. Anderson says, I think after you switch the INS switch to a line, go to the next page from position in it, use GPS L position in the scratch pad and copy them to boxes where they show up in the. That's exactly the problem. Like these boxes, the empty boxes just don't show up, even though I was on nav. So look at this. So I turn this to nav. Okay, I wait this one to go to a line, and then I wait for this one to go to a line. Okay, now ideally there should be empty boxes showing up here, but there's nothing. Anyway, I think Edwin says try to restart the flight. Sure, let's do that. Free flight. Like I've flown this airplane like 1,000 times. It's not like I don't know how to do this. Wait, where did all my switches go? What? Edwin says, yep, what Mr. said, it's bugged right now. Yeah, you cannot go to nav before the box is displayed. No, you go to, you change the knobs to nav. Look at this. Look at this. We lost everything now. Oh my god, dude. Save and back. Okay, let's see. Something shows up. Oh, we lost everything. Yeah, this airplane is still bugged. I don't know why I just went live without testing this thing. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let's just restart the sim. Flight Simulator 101 says, I have a question. How are you not having CTDs in MSFS Sim Update 2? I just had a CTD. And this is pretty much like a CTD. Nothing's showing up. Let me reload. Yeah, this is a 6-beer job. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Like, what was I thinking? I loaded in this airplane and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to do a full flight today. Flight Simulator, Mr. Anderson says, bummer, really hoping for PMDG in FS 2024 soon. Yeah, definitely, man. Like, I'm really tired of flying this same Phoenix over and over again, because I still have the A350, but I don't know. It's just something about these big airplanes that I just don't like flying every day. So I end up flying the A320 pretty much every day while I'm doing something in the evening. Edwin says, my friend completed a PMDG flight today using the SU2. That's exactly what I wanted to do. And I saw some video today with a guy who was flying this airplane. So I was like, yeah, sure, this might work. Shouldn't be a problem. Bluebeard says, we still having fun. Thanks, man. Yeah, sorry I read your name wrong for a few times initially. I was like Bluebird. No, it's Bluebeard. Mr. Anderson, we appreciate you giving it a shot. Yep, thanks, man. Hopefully this joke of a stream can at least be an entertainment for someone. Okay, we have our menu back. Let's try again. I'm gonna keep loading at the same airport. And you know what? I'm gonna change time today because I hate flying at night. I think 9 a.m. should be good enough. We'll still keep real weather, but we'll change the time. I don't want to load in and then change it. Edwin says it worked before if you spawn on the runway, then teleport to the gate using GSX, then set turnaround. Damn, okay. Now the problem, Edwin, is my GSX isn't working. Let's load in once like this and then let's try what Edwin is saying. Maybe we can, instead of using GSX, do you think we can use the slew function maybe? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. So by the way, the what do you call this, the walk around function works pretty well actually with this. Look at it, it looks so good. The walk around works amazing. And also the performance, by the way, that's another thing that I want to show you guys, is the performance on this airplane. Although it's not complete and it's not officially compatible, I'm getting like 80-90 FPS in the cockpit right now with this airplane. So it's, when it comes out, guys, it's going to perform way better than even Phoenix, unless Phoenix optimizes it completely, you know, when they officially release for 2024. But anyway, look at that. That looks really good. Okay, Shift C. Bluebeard says start on runway. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try this one more time and then let's start on the runway and then slew to a gate or something. Or maybe we'll just start on the runway and start the flight from there. Who knows? Let's try this one more time. Mr. Anderson says really looks amazing and very smooth. Yep, very smooth. I'm telling you. I don't want to turn on developer mode right now, but I'm telling you, trust me, 80 to 90 FPS is what I was getting. Extremely smooth. There are some stutters, like when I pan around to like extremities, like for example like this, there are some stutters, but otherwise very, very smooth. Anyway, batteries on. Ground power, we won't have it connected, so let's go to ground services, request GPU card, and then you know what we can do? We can load this airplane directly in the runway state, right on the gate, because then the IRS should be aligned, right, and everything should work. I don't know, let's try multiple things. I'm not gonna do anything else here anyway. Okay, GPU, let's connect that. And now the first thing that we are gonna try is to align the IRS. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll try something else. So going to nav. Okay, both of them are on align. Nice. Now I put KIAH in here. No boxes show up. Nothing. So this is not going to work. Okay, let's try something else. Let's go to PMDG setup while we are here. PMDG setup, panel state load, and let's load runway state. Let's see how that goes. Edwin says no align. No, it's nav. I looked it up. I looked it up online. It has to be nav. I watched the video too. Move the IRS selectors from off to nav and then open the FMC page. Go to pause init. Down select the GPS position into the enter IRS position prompt. But that prompt never shows up. That's the problem. But look at that. Look at that. We have it all aligned. Guys, success. We made it. We are flying this airplane. Yep, it works. The one thing I don't want is for the engines to be started right now. So I'm going to turn off the engine and I'm going to turn on the APU. And let's get the brakes on. Okay. So the brakes aren't working. The brakes don't work, guys. Damn it. The brakes don't work. Let me see if I can set up options, simulation. I think there was an option to change this to realistic. Let's see if that works. Yep, that worked. Okay. I'm fixing all the problems today. Mr. Anderson says you're aligned now. It worked. Yep, it worked. Kush is here. Nice. He's my cousin brother, by the way. Bluebeard had that brake problem in 20. Huh. Never had that in 20. Okay, is our APU starting or no? It did start, but I forgot to transfer the power. Okay, so that is good. APU is on now, and we can load the flight plan and start all the other prep which was stuck. Sim brief, set payload, set fuel, select route. Mr. Anderson says PMDG brakes are freaky to begin with. Yeah, but I think changing it to realistic worked. Let me see. Yep, changing it to realistic worked. There was something going on where if I press my brake pedals, it wasn't detecting that, and then when I leave them, it just turned the brake off for some reason. Anyway, loading it now. Let's see what the latest QNH is. By the way, we haven't had any CTD so far in the second stream, so maybe it was beyond ATC messing with our sim. Who knows? 3000 still, so let's change that to 3000. Get the brightness down. Hopefully they fix this brightness issue in the next update. Okay, activated. Let's put in our departure. We are going to take 15 left, BLT, cried, and then arrival is going to be, I forgot, was it 18 something? Yeah, 18 right, 18 right, and BEREE3, so that's this one, and then cried is our transition again. Performance in it. I'm excited to get the engines on and see how the sounds are. So I don't think the audio pack that I've bought from Orbex, I don't think that loads into 2024 just yet. Maybe it does, who knows. Like, it depends on where it installs. I don't know if it installs in the PMDG 737 folder, or does it get installed in your community folder, because if it's community folder, I haven't copied it, so it may not work. Bluebeard says sounds like it's raining there. Yeah, it is raining. It is raining. Let's admire it from the outside for a bit. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm surprised at how smooth it is. I was expecting it to be stuttery and everything, but it's very smooth. Okay, so 320 is set. N1 limits takeoff. I think we can put in our winds here. What do we have? 1109, 110 at 9 knots, and then we'll go flaps 1. It's a small airplane. 5.15 on trim, and then 122, 123, and 133. Okay. And it seems like our QNH is wrong because the altimeter is not reading 0. So I'm going to just change the QNH so that our altimeter reads exactly 0. So it's actually 3006. I don't want to open any other menu to mess with my weather because you never know when it will crash. Legs, okay, all of this is fine. So we're getting vectored to Dreamer and then going ahead. Okay, I think that is it, right? Let's get our panels sorted out here. So we are directly going to 320. By the way, it's going to be a short flight. It's just IAH to DFW, nothing crazy. 320 here and then 150 here. I'll keep this to off right now and then change it to rejected takeoff later on. Logo lights on, position lights steady, and anti-collision lights on. All of that is good. APU is on, fuel pumps center can be off. Everything else I think looks fine and situated. We'll turn on the APU bleed because we'll need that to start the engines, and we'll turn off the packs. Bluebeard says, is V2 beta something we can all get on? Yes. If you have the Steam version, you can just go to, so right click on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 and you'll be able to go to the beta menu and then just down select the sim update to beta. Hello, so is it working without issue with SU2? Not quite without issues. If you watch the stream, you will see that I had a bunch of issues trying to align the IRS. Doesn't work as it's supposed to, but if you load it in runway state, it is pre-aligned, so it works that way. Okay, so TARA, and we'll go for 2200, which is our, oh, by the way, so these knobs also don't work correctly. You see that? Like I'm scrolling down, but it doesn't scroll down. It just keeps defaulting to 3. So that's another bug here. No matter what you do, it defaults to 3 and whatever the value is. See that? That's a weird one. Okay. So I guess we are flying with a squawk of 1, 2, 3, 4 today. We also have wrong flaps position set, but as we start the engine, we'll fix that. So okay. I think we are good to push back. I'll go to menu, FS actions. Hopefully the pushback function works. We'll just do a straight out pushback. Let's parking brakes off. And is it gonna work? No. Oh no. Is it gonna not work? Kohiva says, but at least no CTD. Yeah. We had one CTD, but I guess that was because I had beyond ATC running and stuff like that. So I'll not blame that on PMDG. Oh, wait, what? Well, that's a bug. That's definitely a bug. Now, note guys, we don't know whether this is PMDG or whether this is SU2. We don't know. Now I hope we land safely on the nose wheel after this disaster. Rack next says taking off now. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, we are having kind of a tail strike here. Oh man. Rack next says it's a PMDG thing, same happens in 2020. Really? Oh, okay, it's coming out. So I think the problem is that it doesn't know how much to lift when it comes to pushback, because these kind of pushback tugs do lift your nose wheel up, but it just doesn't know how much to lift. Yeah, that's probably a compatibility thing. I don't know. Anyway, I think we can disconnect. We have safely landed on our nose wheel without any damage. So we'll stop that and hopefully it gets removed safely. Yep, nice. So I didn't start the engine. I'll do that now. Got distracted in that. Let's start the right engine first. Set the parking brakes. Bluebeard says, is the beta available on the store version? Yes. Yeah, it is available on the store version, but I just don't know how to get into the store version beta because I don't have the store version. I just have the Steam version of MSFS. What else do we have here? Rack next says try using like Aerosoft pushback and stuff. Yeah, I tried using GSX, but I think GSX is buggy right now. As soon as I try to open the window, the GSX window, it has this weird text show up and then that box just doesn't disappear. I don't even know how to explain. Rack next is asking if I have a Discord. Yes, if you go to the channel there should be a Discord link. By the way, the engine started fine, so that's great. Let's start engine number 1. I was expecting some problems to show up as soon as we try to start the engine, but seems like that is working fine. Yeah, Rack next. We have a Discord. It's kind of silent. Mostly I just post updates whenever I post some video or something. By the way, I have not checked the status of this stream, so I have no clue how many people are watching. Actually, let me open it up on my phone. Oh, 18, not bad. Okay, so I forgot to give fuel to the engine. Kohiva says not clear for me. Is it because of SU2 that this PMDG is working in MSFS 2024? I have no clue. I have not tried this airplane in Sim Update 1 because I just kind of left it alone. I was like, yeah, whenever they fix it, they'll fix it. And then I just kept flying the Phoenix. But then I saw a video which was titled something like, oh, PMDG 737 smoothness, TAA plus something something smoothness in SU2. And he pretty much had everything working. on PMDG. So I was like, yeah, let's do this stream, let's try it out, see if it works. So I'm not sure if it works in SU1 or not, but seems like it's working at least in SU2. Okay, so power transferred to the engine, Gen 1 and Gen 2 on. APU bleed can, well, let's turn on the packs. APU bleed can now come off. Window heat and probe heat all on. Yaw dampers can come on. We can turn on the taxi light now. Engine start switches are set to continuous, and like I said, we have set up our flap setting to 1 for takeoff, but it's actually set to 5 because we were using that runway startup function thing. So we're gonna set it to 1, and then auto brakes to rejected takeoff for our takeoff. Auto throttle arm can get engaged as well. Let's see if the frequency change works. Yeah, the frequency change looks like it all works correctly. So it's only the squawk code that is messed up. You can't change the squawk code, but you can change the frequencies. Edwin says it works on 1, just have to spawn on the runway. First TCAS issues and flight control animation problems. Okay, yeah, good to know. Thanks, Edwin. Kohiwa says same for me. PMDG said they didn't have their 737 converted yet. Then I didn't even try. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't try it. So I think they were working on some update from Asobo, which they had reported it to Asobo, but it never got. Oh, look, another bug. So the light knob doesn't work for some reason. Like it was just working a few minutes back, but looks like now it doesn't work. So that's another bug. Okay, but I guess we can start taxiing here. By the way, how is the sim volume looking like for you guys? Is it too high or too low? Feel like it's too low. Let me see if I can increase the sim volume a bit, because I feel like it's too low for you guys. I think it should be better now, but then let me know if my voice is getting muffled in the sim sounds. Anyway, so for Boris audio pack or whatever that audio pack is, okay, what's the problem here? Let's see. Why do we see a yellow light? A duct overheat. What the heck do I do about that? Cool it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. Like, I'm not able to click on any of these buttons for some reason, like obviously. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do about the duct overheat thing. I guess it's fine. How do I even reset my view? Damn. Okay, there you go. And you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna set up my default view here so that I can keep coming back to it. Kohiwa says sounds okay now, both plain and voice. Okay, nice. Thanks. Yeah, I think the sim sounds were turned down too low, because usually what I do is I fly in the sim and then I just work on the side. So, oh, dang it. No. Okay. So another problem. I'm sure this is not a sim. This is not a PMDG problem. This is a good old MSFS 2024 problem. Always verify your control profiles. So what do we use for this one? PMDG, I guess. Yeah, let's see if that works. I think that should be set correctly. So let me see. So engine 1. Wait. So I can hear the sound of the engine, but I don't see the N1 changing there. So that display is stuck. Because I am spooling up engine 2 right now, and I do hear it spooling up, right? But those displays are stuck. Well, I guess as long as the... Okay, and now I cannot disable the parking brake, even though I'm pressing the brakes down. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Or is the parking brake already off and it's just showing up as it's on? I think that's what it is. Okay, none of this is working anymore. Oh shit. Rack next says engine spool up not showing up in the engine display. Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes it gets stuck for 10-15 minutes. You just gotta restart. What? No. I don't want to restart. So is nothing updating? Let's see. Rack next says gotta restart the sim. Oh my god, dude. No way. No way, man. Is my ND working at least? Uhiwa says, so it's not working that well, we'd better wait. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't advise anyone to try this crap. I became happy a little too soon. I was like, yeah, it loads and the displays are working and everything, so it should work perfectly. But it's unflyable right now. Like maybe you'll be able to finish a flight if you keep trying like 3-4 times. Rackneck says go leave to a ride to the airport, but added you on Discord. Let me know if you want to do something. Yep, sure thing, man. Thanks for add. We definitely do something. We usually fly almost every day. I fly with one of my friends. Rahul, he has a channel as well. Forgot the name. Simflight HD, I think. Rackneck says, let me know if you fly in India. I can hop on as a controller. Perfect. I actually want to do a flight in India with 2024 because the visibility and all that is a tad bit better. So I'm thinking like the scattering and stuff is better. I'm thinking that maybe India will be a fun location to fly when the visibility stuff is fixed. Because like for example, if you're flying in Delhi, it's usually very low visibility most of the time because of pollution. And that wasn't well simulated in 2020 at least. But now the scattering and stuff is better. But I still haven't spawned in India to see how it looks. I mean, yeah. I'm definitely not going to restart this thing. I'm thinking we can just do a VFR circuit or something. Like I went to settings and this died, right? Was it Like if you guys go back on the stream, when did it exactly die? Was it when I went to settings and I changed this? Is that when it died? Or was it already dead and I just didn't notice it? Rack next says can't wait. Yep, see ya man. Have a safe drive. Is it going to be back again if I go to settings? No. Yeah. I guess we are just going to have to live with a VFR circuit, which is going to look terrible because we are flying blind without any instruments. One thing I can do is use Navigraph to get my telemetry data and then see if I can guess my speeds and vertical speed and all of that just from Navigraph. Very wild thing to do, but maybe it will work, who knows. Right now my ground speed is 9 knots, which it does seem like 9 knots, and the winds are not that crazy, so my ground speed shouldn't be that off from my takeoff speeds, right? And if I put in my takeoff speeds already, I think that'll be a fun thing to do. Land this airplane solely based on Navigraph telemetry data. Let me pause a little bit here and let me see if oh well well, that doesn't work, so we can't select our VREF. We'll just assume that our VREF is like 125 or something like that, and I'll keep a check on my VREF through Navigraph. So Navigraph is acting like my navigation display right now, and we are obviously not flying to DFW, but we are going to take the passengers out on a ride and see if we can land blind with just Navigraph, because obviously autopilot is not going to work. There's no point of trying. None of the switches are working, none of the knobs are working. Let's see how this goes. 11 knots. So I'm going to take 15 left, which I think is right there. Don't need all of that runway, so I can cut it from here. So are my flaps going to actually work, or is it all just stuck? What if I put it down right now? Yeah, it's all just stuck. Is it actually coming down? What if I put flaps 2? Maybe it is. You just don't hear the click. So all the controls are working, it's just that the displays and knobs and all of that is just messed up. Okay, let's go. Let's taxi a little faster. I think we know what we are doing. We are doing a circuit on a 737 without any displays, by using Navigraph as our primary flight display and also as our navigation display. Obviously the data will be delayed on that, but that's the challenge. And you know what, I'm gonna do lossless scaling on top of this so that it becomes a little bit smoother, because I do see stutters happening quite a bit now. So right now I'm getting, with lossless scaling, I'm getting 130 FPS. Not bad. crashes are disabled, so we shouldn't crash because of overspeed, but what we're trying not to overspeed here. So anyway, 50%. Is it even toga? I don't think so. So we'll just have to go manual toga because toga switch is not working. Terrible runway textures here. So that's something to do with sim update 2, I think. The add-on airports are not quite working yet. Is it gonna screen V1? Nope, it's not gonna screen V1. So I guess all the systems are down, everything is down. Landing gear will go up or no? Oops. Landing gear is also not gonna go up. So we are at 870 feet. I think we're gonna stay at 870 feet, and let's take a left turn here. 939 feet. I just don't want to get into this cloud, because if we get into this cloud, then we are definitely done. 220 knots, not bad. Let's keep it low. Okay, so now we are on the downwind leg when we go parallel to this road. Bluebeard is saying things working okay now. No, it is going as not okay as it can be, but we are doing something. You see the displays there? They're all frozen. So yeah, things are not working, but I want to land this thing. So again, whoever's joined new, we are just basically flying blind based on our Navigraph telemetry data. So the Navigraph app is basically giving me the speed and also the altitude. So we are at 700 feet right now, and we are at 200 knots. And if we maintain this, I think we can make it back to the runway that we started on. Physical FN says, does lossless scaling really improve? Oh yeah, it basically doubles the frame. It doubles your frame rates. So it definitely does improve your performance. Okay, it's getting a little foggy down here. 500 feet, let's not go too low here. As long as we can see the ground, we are good. Still doing roughly 210 knots on Navigraph, so looking good there. I want to go a little wide, further away. 436 feet, let's not go too low again. Physical FN says no stutters. Yeah, stutters are highly dependent on what your base frames are. So if your base frames are good, you'll not get stutters. Otherwise you're bound to get stutters. There's no way you're not getting stutters if your base frame rates don't look good. So make sure that your base frames are at least above 30. I would say if you have a low end or mid-end rig, but then if you have a high-end rig, aim for at least 60 FPS on your base frames. That will give you a pretty good base performance to then use lossless scaling and double the frames. Okay, so still doing just an update for you guys. 517 feet and 190 knots. Still doing good there. I want to stay below 200 now, because we are getting into this turn where we will have to line up with the runway at some point. And since it is marginal VFR weather, we are not going to see the runway until we are very close to it. So let's keep this angle here, and then okay, 171 knots. I'm not losing altitude so far. Let me go flaps full. Well, yeah, even the flaps are not working, so I don't know if we can use flaps. We're going to do a flaps 1 landing because we are stuck on flaps 1. So that's a failure situation here. Okay, let's slow down now. Maybe let's do like 150 knots or something. I'm right now at 169 knots, and I think I need to now turn. There's the runway. Nice. So let's try to chase this runway here and try to land, and that will be the end of it today, because I am tired. There's too many bugs in this airplane to fly. Okay, so 136 knots. I think that's a good landing speed right now if we're aiming for flaps 1. We are in a decent enough position here. A little bit high, but I would like to be higher on this approach than being lower. 122 knots. I think we need to put in some throttle. 280 feet. Well, is that a CTD? Yep, it is. It's a CTD. Damn. That was going to be such a good landing. I was going to absolutely nail it. We were at a ground speed of somewhere in 125 to 130 knots. Flaps 1, we had really good attitude going there. But yeah, unfortunately, this stream ends with a CTD. Ah, man. What a ride though. This was something, right? Looking at only Navigraph and then flying the airplane to the ground. This was something. This was fun. But yeah, ended with a CTD. So my last vertical speed shows up as minus 600 feet per minute. So I was exactly on the path to make a really nice landing, just looking at the ground speed and altitude and V speed on the Navigraph thing. But anyway, well, what's everyone saying? Mr. Anderson says so close. Oh damn. Thanks for the attempt. Yeah, thank you for watching, man. Evo Land Rex says damn. Yeah. Try again? Hell no, I'm not trying again. I'm going to sleep. That's what's happening. Evo Lander X says, well, it is beta, still work to do. Yep, definitely. Yeah, by the way, this stream was not to complain about Sim Update 2 beta or PMDG. Obviously, it's not ready, right? And nobody has told us that it is ready to be flown. So this is just to have fun and see if we can finish a flight. Unfortunately, we couldn't, and I still wanted to at least have some fun and try to land with just Navigraph telemetry data, and we almost made it, but didn't work out. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining, and obviously I'll make another video about different comparisons on SU1 versus SU2 probably tomorrow. I think the next one that I'm thinking of is to do a full flight on both of them with A350, and well, if SU2 doesn't CTD, and see what kind of VRAM usage we get on landing. And if you haven't watched the VRAM comparison that I uploaded today, make sure you watch that, because I think that might help you guys out. There's also a bunch of settings videos probably in the description or in the description of the latest video that you can go check it out to optimize your system to get the best possible performance out of especially MSFS 2024, but I've also done videos on 2020 for that. But anyway, enough rambling. I'll see you guys on the next video or on the next stream. Maybe for tomorrow, if I stream, I'll probably stream Sim Update 1, and we'll try to do a nice little flight with Phoenix A320. Okay, so see you guys. Have a good night, good day, good evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and see you on the next one. Bye.